The Ice Age is a world carved by cold. Here, winter is not a season, it is the law. A small band of hunters moves through this white chaos, fur hoods pulled tight, faces wrapped, every breath taken with care because the air itself can burn. Among them is Uga. Uga reaches forward and finds only white. He turns to look back, and the tribe is gone. Not far away, not over a hill, gone. The storm has swallowed them completely. He moves toward the first solid thing he can find, a low rock outcrop, pressing his shoulder into it, letting the stone break the wind. He tries to listen, but the blizzard is louder than thought. He checks his gear by touch: flint, tinder, cord, a little dried meat, a spear with a stone point. It isn't much, but in the Ice Age, survival has never depended on abundance, only on decisions. Uga lowers himself into the snow and begins to dig, fast with bare urgency. He carves a shallow hollow, a trench where the wind cannot strike him directly. He packs the walls with his forearms, compressing loose powder into something firmer, because even snow, shaped correctly, can become shelter. The light is already fading. The temperature drops, and the wind seems to grow teeth. Uga extends his trench, turns it into an angled barrier, trying to build a space where air can be still. Still air is warmth, moving air is theft. But the storm is relentless. It refills what he digs, covers what he shapes, tries to undo him with every breath. Uga leaves the trench and pushes forward, using the rock line as a guide. Then, through the shifting veil, Uga finds something pale and curved beneath the snow. Bones, mammoth ribs, half-buried, ancient, like the remains of a cathedral that fell thousands of winters ago. The Ice Age leaves its history scattered in the open, preserved by cold. Uga doesn't mourn them. He doesn't marvel. He uses them. He drags ribs into position, leaning them into a rough arc, building a framework. Over it, he stretches hide. The wind snaps at it, trying to tear it away, but Uga anchors the edges with stones and packs snow along the base. He seals gaps, thickens walls, turns scraps of the past into a shield against the present. Inside, the world changes. The roar dulls, the violence becomes distant, the darkness becomes close. Uga's breath is loud now. Now he must do the most dangerous thing of all. He must make fire. In a storm like this, a flame is fragile. A spark can die in a blink, and fingers, stiffening, trembling, do not cooperate. He shields the tinder the way a parent shields a child. He adds thin twigs kept dry beneath his clothing. He builds a small ring of stones around the flame, primitive heat storage. Every detail matters. Every mistake costs. He eats a strip of dried meat, slow and deliberate. Outside, the storm continues. And then, another presence arrives. A sound under the wind, faint, rhythmic, crunching. Not the shifting of snow, not the creak of hide. Footsteps. Uga stills. His eyes sharpen. He reduces the flame to a dim ember, hiding its glow. In this kind of darkness, light can be a signal. A shadow passes the shelter wall. Something sniffs. The hide flexes slightly under pressure. Hot breath fogs the outside air. Wolves. They do not waste energy. They do not attack blindly. They circle. They listen. They wait. Because the wolves know what the Ice Age teaches every creature. The cold weakens everything, eventually. Uga grips his spear. He does not shout. There is no point. Sound is devoured here. He stays motionless, letting the storm cover him, letting the shelter appear empty. His breath shakes, but he does not stop. At one point, the wolves return, closer, bolder. Uga makes a choice. He cracks the entrance open a fraction and thrusts out a burning stick. Minutes stretch into hours. The shelter shudders under wind. Snow begins to pile against its sides. The roof sags under weight. Uga braces it with his spear shaft, pushing upward, shedding snow before it can collapse the space. He must keep the vent open. Too sealed, and smoke will suffocate him. Too open, and wind will steal the fire. Uga forces himself to move. He rubs his arms, flexes his fingers, stomps his feet when he can. Sleep is tempting. Sleep is deadly. In extreme cold, the body whispers lies, promising rest while quietly shutting down.
They advance carefully, knowing the river ice can betray them too. Uga backs toward a rock chunk near the river, refusing to let them get behind him. He does not rush. Panic would spill his remaining strength into the snow. He uses his ember, suddenly igniting tinder into a brief flare of firelight. The wolves hesitate. Their eyes catch the glow, then turn away. Uga throws the flare aside, away from himself. The wolves fixate on it for a heartbeat, and that heartbeat is enough. Uga runs. He sprints along the river edge, boots punching into drifts, breath tearing at his throat. The wolves follow, but keep distance, uncertain of the ice, unwilling to gamble injury. Uga reaches a cluster of boulders and wedges into a narrow pocket between them. Stone.
Uga stops a few meters away. He sways on his feet, almost disbelieving that warmth exists at all. He pushes forward, fighting exhaustion that tries to fold him into the snow. His lips are cracked, his lashes rimed with ice, but his eyes burn with that ancient, stubborn force that has carried humans through impossible worlds. Someone notices him. They reach him, steadying him, gripping shoulders, guiding him to the fire. Uga holds his hands toward the flame, and for a long moment he looks back toward the open steppe, toward the white void that nearly erased him. The storm has calmed now, but the memory remains. Because Uga has not defeated the Ice Age, no one defeats it.